Welcome back, students. Today again another lesson on the topic joining of sentences for the students of West Bengal Board and ICSE Board. This is part 3, but if you are new, you should start with part 1, which is available in the playlist of the channel. Go there and watch it first, then watch this part. Okay, now see, I have written here, attention, new learners should begin with part 1. Okay, now go to the next page and see instructions for the joining of sentences in the two boards. Let's see the instruction of the West Bengal Board. Join the sentences into a single sentence or a complex sentence. This is the instruction of the West Bengal Board. And the instruction of the ICSE Board, see, join the following sentences to make a complete sentence without using and, but or so. Okay. In part 1, I have clearly explained the instructions. So I am not doing this in this part. If necessary, pause this video and read them well, and then go to part 1 for necessary explanations. Okay, now students, we are learning how two or more simple sentences can be combined into a complete sentence, a single sentence, or a simple sentence by using some important elements of English grammar. I have used participle in part 1 and noun in apposition in part 2. Today we will see the use of nominative absolute or absolute phrase in joining two or more sentences in English. Okay, now take one or two examples for the clarifications and explanations of the matter. Now see the first example. My father was ill and I had to do everything myself. From this example, I want to clarify what a nominative absolute is. Okay, now see, my father is a nominative. Nominative means noun. Was ill, being ill, being ill. Okay, I had to do everything myself. Okay, see, this is a simple sentence. This is the main part and this is the subject and this is the verb, one subject and one predicate. So you cannot join this part with that part unless and until it is made absolute. Absolute means it is independently standing here as a modifier to this part. For this, my father is a nominative. It is called nominative absolute. That means absolutely separated from this part but related as a modifier, and this total part is called absolute phrase. So my father is called nominative absolute and total thing is called absolute phrase. Okay, so my father being ill, this is absolute phrase, and I had to do everything myself, this is a sentence. Okay, now see the next part and see. The sun set, we began our march. This is effect. So we will keep this sentence. Okay, so we began our march. This is sentence, a complete sentence, a simple sentence, but we will add this sentence, this part to that sentence, but not possible. If you add this as it is, then it will be something else, not a simple sentence. So we have to make this nominative, the sun, absolute, and to make this total sentence a phrase. You know, here no be verb is there, so we will do the sun. This is the nominative. It will be made absolute by having past participle of the verb, having set. The sun having set. This is absolute phrase. The sun, this is absolute nominative. For this it is called nominative absolute, and total thing is called nominative. Total thing is called absolute phrase. And we began our march. So what did we learn? That how to make nominative absolute. See, if you get a be verb, we will do the noun plus being plus adjective or adverb, etc. If you get be verb, use being. Another one is noun plus having, then you will get a verb, past participle of the verb, past participle of the verb. Okay, so noun, here noun. If you get be verb, then do being, and if you get other verb, use having. Okay, so here no be verb is there. For this I have used the sun having set, and in example 1 be verb was the be verb there. For this I have written my father being ill. Okay, now go to the practice 1, sit 1. Now copy these sentences in your exercise books as you are doing every time, then do the works yourself, and when the works are ready, come here to the video and check your answers with my answers. Okay, number 1, the dinner was over, we left the place. The dinner was over, we left the place. Number 2, the police arrived, the robbers ran away, okay. And number 3, my sister is married, I have none to care for. My sister is married, I have none to care for. Now pause the video and do the works yourself. When the works are ready, come and check your works with my answer, my works. Okay, now see the first set of sentences. The dinner was over, we left the place. This is effect you can understand, so we will keep it, and this is the cause, so we will make it absolute phrase. So we will keep we left the place, and here the dinner, the nominative, the dinner, it is be verb, so being, the dinner being over, this part is made absolute. The dinner being over, we left the place. Here it is cause or adverb of time or cause. Okay, the dinner being over, we left the place. Done. Next one, the police arrived, the robbers ran away. This is the effect, we'll keep it. This is the effect, so we'll keep it. The robbers ran away. Okay, and see here, this is the nominative and this is the verb. No be verb is there, so it is easy to make it absolute. See, the nominative, the police, now having, Arrived, past participle, arrived. The police having arrived. The robbers ran away. Okay, this is absolute phrase, and the police, this is nominative absolute. Okay. Number 3, see, my sister is married. I have none to care for. This is the effect. So we will keep it, and this is the cause. So we will make it absolute. How? Be verb is there. So being my sister being married. My sister being married. Next one, I have none to care for. My sister being married. This is absolute phrase, and my sister, this is absolute nominative or nominative absolute. Okay. Now see your score, and at the end of this lesson put your score in the comment box. Okay. Now go to the next sheet. Practice set 2. Here again copy these sentences in your exercise book. The same way do the works and come again and check your answers with my answers. Okay. Now see the answer. The first set of sentences, the garrison had to yield. The garrisons had to yield. The provisions had run out. The provisions had run out. This is the effect. This is the effect, and this is the cause. Provision means food and drink. Provision means food and drink. So this is the cause, and this is the effect. So we will keep it and we will make this absolute. The provisions had, so having past participle run short. Keep this. The garrison had to yield. This is this one is absolute phrase, and the provision is the nominative absolute. Okay. Now go to set 2. The game was over. We left the field. We left the field. This is effect. We will keep it and we will make this absolute. Be verb is there. So being the game being over, we left the field. Okay, this one is absolute phrase, and the game is the nominative absolute, and total one is called absolute phrase. Independently attached here as a modifier to this part. Okay, independently attached here as a modifier to this part, the part that is saying we left the field. This is nominative absolute. Now we'll go to the next set. The hunter fired his gun. The hunter fired his gun. The tiger sprang towards him. This is the effect. We'll keep it, and this is the cause, and this is the effect. We'll keep the effect and we'll make it absolute. The hunter fired, no be verb, so we'll use having. The hunter having fired his gun. The tiger sprang towards him. See this part, the hunter having fired his gun. This is absolute part and the hunter is the nominative. So this is called absolute nominative or nominative absolute, and total thing is called absolute phrase. Okay students, now check your score and see your answers are also right. I think this is very easy. This is a very easy topic. So you have learnt it well, I know. Okay. Now go to the next set. Practice set 3. See this. The ghost appeared. He was unnerved. The ghost appeared. He was unnerved. Copy them in number 2. The roll was called. The roll was called. The teacher left the class. The roll was called. The teacher left the class. Copy them in your exercise book. Number 3. The spring advances. The spring advances. Swallows appear. Swallows appear. Okay. Now pause the video and do the works yourself. And when the works are done, come and check your answers with my answers. Okay. Now see the answers. The ghost appeared. He was unnerved. This is the effect. This is the effect and this is the cause. Okay. So we'll keep the effect and we'll make the cause absolute. The ghost. The ghost. No be verb is there. So having. The ghost having appeared. Appeared. He was unnerved. He was unnerved. The ghost, this one, having appeared, he was unnerved. This is absolute phrase and the ghost, this is a nominative, absolute nominative. This is called nominative absolute. Okay, now check your answer. Number 2. The roll was called. The teacher left the class. This is the effect and this is the cause. We will make this cause absolute. Here be verb is there, so being. The roll being called. Okay. And write down the rest. The teacher left the class. The roll being called, the teacher left the class. Okay, this is absolute phrase and the roll, this is nominative or noun absolute. The nominative absolute. Number 3. The spring advances. Swallows appear. This is the effect and we will keep this effect and we will make this absolute. No be verb is there, so we will use having. The spring having advanced. Past participle, comma, swallows appear. Okay, the spring having advanced. This is the absolute phrase and the spring, this is absolute nominative or nominative absolute. Okay students, now go to the next sheet. This is the last sheet. Now see the same way, copy them in your exercise book and do the works of your own, and when the works are done, again come to the video and check your answers with my answers. Okay, come to the practice sheet 4. Okay, now copy the sentences in your notebook. The first one is, money is tight, business is suffering. Money is tight, business is suffering. Second one, the bell rang, the boys entered their class. The boys entered their class. And number 3, the meeting was over. The members dispersed. The members dispersed. D-I-S-P-E-R-S-E-D. Okay. Now pause the video and do the works. Now take your answer and see. Here money is tight, business is suffering. You know, this is the effect. This is the effect and this is the cause. So we will keep the effect and we will change this into a nominative absolute. See, money being, be verb is there for this being tight, money being tight, comma, keep this part as it is, business is suffering. Okay, money being tight, business is suffering. Next answer, the bell rang. You see, this is the cause and this is the effect. We will keep the effect, you know, and we will turn this into a nominative absolute or absolute phrase. See, the bell, no be verb there, so take on having. The bell having, past participle of the verb rang, rung. This is the absolute phrase. The bell is the absolute nominative, the nominative absolute, the bell having rung, comma. And write the rest of the sentences, the second sentence as it is. The boys entered their class. The bell having rung, the boys entered their class. Okay. Now go to the last set of sentences. The meeting was over, the members dispersed. This is the effect. We will keep it as it is and we will turn into an absolute phrase. Here it is, cause. So write this way, the meeting, be verb is there, so being, the meeting being over, comma, I write this sentence after this. The members dispersed. Okay, the meeting being over, the members dispersed. Okay, students, now check your answer. So, okay, students, you have got your answers. All your answers are correct, I think. This is also a very easy part. I will be back soon with another lesson, another part, another important part. So, keep on waiting for that. Stay attached, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. See you soon. Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention and patience.